Oracle Thea Wisdom of the Gods with tens of thousands FE and trillions damage. Easy to make dummy exploit in the new season. Hello everyone, this is Edian. Today I'd like to share with you the BD of Oracle Thea Wisdom of the Gods with Frost Blades. This strategy is created by Guizige. This account is provided by one of his fans. Thank you so much. First let's hit the dummy to test the damage. So far I only take the Divinity slates. The core of this one is converting physical damage to cold damage. The other one stacks skill level. Let's test the damage by hitting the dummy. Currently with only 2 slates, it's still possible to achieve the effect of making dummy explode. Let's take a look at the gear. It's relatively cheap. First the helmet. We mainly need sealed mana decrease and aura effect. The others are all defensive affixes. Chest armor should give priority to energy shield and include affixes like max resistance and active skill level. Aura effect is also the icing on the cake. As to necklace, we can choose anyone. Without erosion, there's nothing different between guaranteed critical strike for main skills every 1.5 seconds and every 2 seconds. Gloves here, we mainly craft. Max tenacity blessing stacks. It only costs about 100 FE. The belt shares prefixes that can decrease damage and add defense. Suffixes prioritize creating blessing to increase damage and adding resistance. Shoes can use the affix that adds 1 max agility blessing stacks. Of course it's okay if you don't have one. This one is cheap. It only costs 1 or 2 FE. The ring needs the affix that adds to max tenacity blessing stacks. The T1 elemental resistance and the T0 comprehensive resistance are relatively important. Another ring also supplements resistance. For the suffix, you may choose skill area increase, critical strike damage or erosion resistance. All of them work. The weapon. I didn't craft my weapon well. At the moment the core is off the beaten track. Additional damage applied to life is also possible to not be crafted as T0. T1 is also fine. At max blessing stacks. We can see that these gears are very cheap to craft. In Hero Relic, we need this affix. Additional 8% damage for the next main skill for each stack of blessing that Divine Punishment consumes. This is the core affix. Each time Divine Punishment consumes a fully stacked blessing recently, attain 9% additional damage. Bitter Fruit of Omniscience. It is relatively expensive. Now it costs about 1,800 to 2,000 FE. You can activate Predicted Sacrifice. Also pay attention to this affix. Additional damage each time Divine Punishment consumes Focus Blessing. It's mostly an damage increase affix, and regaining Focus Blessing stacks for every enemy hit by Divine Punishment. Memory behind is additional damage increase through Focus Blessing and chance for critical strikes to grant Focus Blessing. I'll briefly go through talent. Here I choose Chili to attain 20% additional spell damage, and Insight provides 30% additional spell damage. You can just copy my talent. Here, converts 50% of physical damage to cold damage. As to Magister, you can simply go through it. Barrier of Radiance is used for defense, while Bunch provides additional spell damage. Elementalist is still the same as last season. Focus for max channel stacks and additional damage. Penetration mainly adds elemental penetration so that there will be a greater cold damage. You can use the whole talent to fill up penetration. In terms of Divinity Slate, let's see what he has chosen before. He chose Blunt and Close Range Fire. He also took a corner of Divinity, additional critical strike damage per stack of Focus Blessing, adding max agility blessing stacks, upgrading spell skill level, adding max focus blessing stacks, critical strike damage increase if a spell skill have been used recently, and max channel stacks, something like that. Take a look at the skills here. Ring of Blades, with multiple projectiles and greater multiple projectiles, to add projectile quantity. Overload turns focus blessing into damage increase, added physical damage and slow projectile. Ring of Blades itself is a skill of physical projectile. It also has affixes of spell, persistent, and channeled. Soul Candle. Currently he chooses 2 affixes of relatively high damage increase, control spell, and critical strike damage increase. Then, Blurry Steps. Delayed Pain provides damage mitigation. Mana Boy was used for damage increase throughout. Frost Shield also provides physical damage mitigation. Precise Projectiles. Here, you may have a look at Aura. Here's Precise. Seal Conversion. It's a little expensive at the moment. You can make reference. If you can't take a precise one, you may consider cutting out an Aura. Here is Precise, Energy Fortress, and its combined skills. You may have a look. Triggered while channeling is combined with defensive buffer. It's also a way of defense. Acuteness Imbue provides additional physical damage to increase the damage of Ring of Blades and turn it into cold damage. You may search 抖音1.万亿并非人 for the build code of this BT. You can see that this account can reach the highest damage within 10 seconds when testing. This BT is very affordable. You won't meet any problems by copying it. Thanks for watching. Making a video is not easy. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.